Yo, I'm with TR. I'm Packers Kingdom. Y'all, y'all see the title? Y'all go by the title. We can have the best receiver group in the league. Do you believe that?
I think we could because top to bottom we're solid. We may not have that superstar yet that everyone thinks is the best in the league, but dude, we got like 4 or 5 number one A twos. We're stacked, bro. What do you think?
All I'm gonna say is that people don't understand. People is still trying to find six good receivers. It's hard to
Yeah,
find receivers because, and it's hard when you have a guy like when you have a Devontae, you have a T Higgins, when you have a Michael Pittman, when you have a guy that's number one that wants the ball and wants all the money, it makes it difficult for the other receivers. There's two of them. Oh my!
yeah, that is the benefit of having such a young squad, and all of these dudes are on their first contract.
Second contracts.
Who's on their second contract?
Dobbs on their third. Washington Dobbs on their third. Wicks and Jaden Reed on their second. Bo Milton on the contract.
Well, for their year, but they're still under their rookie contract, correct? Usually rookie contracts go 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah, yeah, about 3 4 years.
Yep. So I think they're all under contract for another 1 or 2 years.
So when people say, "Yeah, I want to get to the C.J. Stroud," and he said that he would put Matthew Stafford on the teams that Aaron Rodgers had. Really, to be honest, what team Aaron Rodgers really had?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Look, let's go down the memory lane. Oh Lord, Matthew Stafford. He couldn't do nothing in Detroit, and you have Calvin Johnson. You had a squad then.
Mm-hmm.
He had better receivers than Aaron Rodgers had. Way better. Way better. Go to the Rams. You have Cooper Cup, Puka. You had DeMarco Robinson. You had you got Tutu Atwell. You had Tutu Atwell and Odell. You had five receivers. Five better
Yeah.
receivers. Aaron Rodgers didn't really have a Cooper Cup, Puka. So when you went to the Rams, the Rams was already set. You have Aaron Donald. You had a good DC, a good offensive minded coach. You had an O line. You got receivers. You got a running back. You went in the perfect. That defense carried, not carried, but that defense took golf to the Super Bowl. Sean McVay, Joe Barry, when Joe Barry was a middle linebacker coach. So you're telling me, you're basically saying that Matthew Stafford wasn't in a good situation. He was in a
For,
better situation.
yes, he was that year.
And on Detroit, he was in a better situation.
I beg to differ for Detroit.
Yeah,
When did they when did they win the division or do anything of importance when Stafford was with them?
give Aaron Rodgers a Calvin Johnson on the outside.
There you go.
I guarantee you put Detroit. I guarantee you put Aaron Rodgers on that Detroit team with Calvin Johnson. You had Jordan Bell and running back. Good. You had an okay tight end. Good offensive line. You put Aaron Rodgers on any team, I bet you he excel.
I think he can because he's one of the great quarterbacks in NFL history, and it's the most important position on any NFL team.
Matthew Stafford had to get put in a good situation. Jared Goff, good situation. C.J. Stroud, good situation. Patrick Mahomes in a good situation.
Yeah.
All these quarterbacks in good situations. Aaron Rodgers was in a good situation, but he made those players. I mean, the receivers had to put in the work. I mean, not okay. I can't say that. Driver, James Jones, Jordan Nelson, uh, Cobb, and so on and so on. They was already good. They was NFL ready. What I'm saying. And
Okay.
Greg Jennings.
Yeah. But
So
let's face it. Let's face it. If the Packers had a good defense in 2011, they should have won the Super Bowl. Let's face it. There were a few years that they should have won the Super Bowl that they came up short.
2010 they won a Super Bowl.
2010 they did. 2011 they should have.
But it's always a curse. It's out of receivers. You know that game where receivers was dropping the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And let's not talk about Seattle Seahawks. It's not talk about Seattle. Let's
Yeah.
talk about that.
Talk about that game.
Talk about the Seattle game. Come on. How you be up 15 points and still lose in 3 minutes?
That one still hurts, Taylor. That one still hurts.
That's the same thing I was saying yesterday at Higher Point of View. Man, that hurts. That's still in my mind. I would never forgive. Mike McCarthy was terrible. When it was crunch time, Mike McCarthy, look how he is the Cowboys. The Cowboys. When it's time to keep the league, you can't keep it.
Yep. He had one awesome playoff run when they
He
won
had
the
one
Super
Super
Bowl.
Bowl because you know why? Charles Wilson, B.J. Raji, Grave Digger, and Reggie White, and Tremaine Williams, and Collins, and Clay Matthews, and was Jerry Peppers on that team?
Yeah, in 2014, but he not on a
Yeah, he
Super
came
Bowl
back.
team.
Nick Perry. You had a great, and then that's when what's his name? What was that DCR that year?
I think it was still Capers.
Yeah, Capers, the one I said you look like.
The dude with the comb over.
He over there with the Panthers right now.
Yeah, he's like 80 years old. Come on, dude. I'm not that old.
And then like that's when Tom Capers was at his peak. I mean, we gave him a lot of yards, but when it was time for interceptions, that was the bend don't break defense.
Yeah, the 3-4, but bend don't break. Make turnovers.
So
Force the teams into making mistakes.
yeah, but
And
see,
now,
but when you have a B.J. Raji, Reggie White, Mike McDaniel, Clay Matt, when you have those type of guys that can get after a quarterback, it's less pressure. Those
yes,
guys was talented. AJ Hawk, those guys was talented, and it was always
yes,
at the right time, at the right place at the right time.
yeah. And we got to be honest. I mean, the talent level with the Packers dropped off a little bit at the tail end of Ted Thompson being the general manager. We now know that he was having some health problems and things were going down fast with him. So, unfortunately, we had a few bad drafts, and that kind of it set us back just a little bit. Now, with Goot building this team, I think we're in prime position to strike again.
I think is that Goop drafted Jordan Love because he wanted his own quarterback. He don't want I understand that Goop got tired saying Aaron Rodgers made this team. Aaron Rodgers made this team. So he basically like, okay, I'm gonna have a few bad drafts, and I won't see what Aaron Rodgers do. Let's see how good he is. I think it was just a competition between Aaron Rodgers and Goop.
Really?
Yeah, because
Well,
ain't no way, you draft Jordan Love and you had Aaron Rodgers win an MVP.
yeah, that baffled me a little bit. But
That was
here,
competition.
here,
It was a nice,
that's true.
game.
It lit a fire under Rogers, right? It light a fire when he had lost his fire. Here's the second thing. The best time to draft a quarterback is when you don't need one. The worst time to do is be desperate when you really need one and just draft any old quarterback because you are desperate. You want a guy who can sit for a year or two, learn, and come in and take over the league. That's the Packer way, and they're doing it a third time.
Yeah, I understand it, but the thing is that if Aaron Rodgers didn't show decline, Jordan Love they wouldn't have drafted Jordan Love.
You're right. You
But
are correct.
Goop was waiting on to Aaron Rodgers to show a weak spot, and he attacked it
That's right.
because Aaron Rodgers was an MVP every year. Then we wouldn't need no quarterback if you knew that Aaron Rodgers was going to be healthy.
That's right. And then as soon as Jordan Love got drafted, two MVPs in a row, back to back. The competition, like you said, you lit a fire under Rodgers. Goot is playing chess when everyone else is playing checkers.
Right, and he doing the same thing when they did Aaron Rodgers. Throw Jordan Love in the fire with the worst receiver crop and build it. That's why
And it's
everybody's saying Patrick Mahomes, everybody's saying this and that. Patrick Mahomes got put in a great situation. You have Andy Reid. You had Travis Kelce that year. You had
mm-hmm.
an okay defense. You had an offensive line. You had
Yeah,
receivers at the time. You had Sammy Watkins. You had Mike Connolly. You had guys. You had guys. They wasn't a top tier, but you had guys.
that is true. And that's not to take away from Mahomes' talent. He's a very talented quarterback, but he was set up to succeed.
And you sat behind Alex Smith 1 year.
He did. Yes, he did.
So don't say that you got thrown to the fire and just came great. The only person I say that got thrown to the fire and came great was good was CJ Stroud. And he's rare.
Yes, and let's
Caleb,
see if he can have that same success again this year.
we all trash the Bears
Yes.
because it's the Bears. But Caleb Williams is set for success. All you have to do is sit in the pocket and throw the ball.
He's got some receivers.
So we all hate, and he got an offense, better O line, a great defense. Let's see, can they do they progress or regress?
Are you sure their defense is very good? I think they got a lot.
Against the Packers, no, but other teams, yeah.
Okay.
So I
Yeah,
don't. It seems like Mike Eagles be like, I don't want to play the Packers, so let them win.
that's right.
And other teams, they ball out. But we all trashing them, but the offense got better, running back got better, receivers got better. All you need is a quarterback. All you need is a kid to show up.
Yeah.
And then if Caleb does how I think he can do, the North is going to be crazy. If JJ look, even JJ McCarthy is set up for success. Aaron Jones got a great front, you got a great O line, got a tight end, Hawk.
Hawkinson, yep.
Hawkinson, JJ, Justin Jefferson. You got Jordan Addison. You got a few some receivers. You're gonna have a potentially okay defense. Vikings still have some work to do on defense, but the offense is legit. They got a good Kevin O'Connor. He's a good head coach. So the North is gonna be
Yep.
Detroit. Jared Goff. I think Detroit regress. It depends on Jared Goff how he play on a good day. Detroit have a team. They went out. They got corners. They drafted Arnold. They traded for Davis. They drafted Erstick, something like that. The guy that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So they drafted the corners. They got safeties. They got linebackers. They got a front. They got a loaded D line. They got better offensive linemen. They got better in their right guard or whatever they had. They got two really good running backs, and they got plethora receivers. Jared Goff is in a good situation. Packers, Jordan Love wasn't in a good situation. Vikings, Detroit's had a better offense. But now when Jordan Love had 5 years under his belt with the same offense, the same coach, same head coach, and he had 2 years, 3 years of Romeo Dobbs and Watson. Well, not too much Watson, but Romeo.
Mm-hmm.
2 years of Reed and Wicks, the second year. So he grew with his receiving car.
That's right.
Musgrave and Tucker Kraft, the offensive lineman, Josh Myers. He have a second. He have a year with. He have years with Josh Myers. Even though Corey Lindsey got cut and he's going to retire, but I wanted the Green Bay Packers to try to get him out of retirement, try to rethink it, throw a contract at him, and see he'll come back. But we got Jacob Monk, and we got Josh Myers, we got Zach Town, LG to play the spot. So I think that Green Bay thinks they set.
Yeah, they do.
So we got a loaded back. We got a loaded running back room, loaded receivers, loaded offensive line, loaded defense, front D line, loaded at edge because Igobara is back, loaded at the corners, but we are a few injuries away to be really bad. Jair or Stokes away from being bad. So corner is still an open situation. Safeties reloaded, linebackers reloaded. We loaded. And everybody saying Goot is a bad GM. Just because everybody have a couple years of bad drafting.
Mm-hmm.
Because the NFL is not good at producing players. These colleges. So unless you're an SEC and have NFL, but the NFL produces over 200,000 players, I think.
Oh, that's a bit high.
So everybody has to be on the team. Everybody have a contract. But people don't understand this. I'm so off topic, but
Well, you have a lot on your mind.
I just yesterday we could. What's up, Cali Packer?
What's up, Callie? going on? Working the forklift tonight?
So
Grinding it out, working.
Jordan Love could go for MVP, but the way and really, it's only 3 teams that's gonna make the playoffs in the NFC. Maybe 4. It's three teams that really beat. No, it's 3. I throw the Rams in there.
Okay.
I throw the Rams. I throw the Niners #1, Eagles, and Rams. I think Cowboys is not really as good roster, but not good as they say it is in playoffs.
Yeah.
Cardinals, they still got some ups, they still got some spots to fill. Seattle can be good, so that's a 4th team. They're a team to beat.
A new coach, though, that usually doesn't always happen the first year, I think.
I think Mike McDaniels can be a DeMarco Ryan of this season with Geno Smith. But then in another case, how high is Geno Smith? What's his floor? You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna have a tough defense. They got a good offense. They just need
Hmm.
they just need Geno Smith to be the quarterback.
Yeah. Well, you're thinking league wide right now, and you're trying to think of who the challenges are to the Packers right now. Obviously, there are a lot of teams who have the potential, but I think what gets us the most excited is that we have improved drastically. We've improved with depth. We've filled the needs we have. Now it's all about getting it all together and gelling. And I think what we've seen with the OTAs is that everyone has come together, everyone was present, everyone seems to be getting along, and the vibes are really good.
What?
So
So
we are better. We are better. If other teams have gotten better, so have we. And we can beat anyone.
trade though with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams trade, who won the trade? Who won?
I think so. I
All
think
these
so
guys
too.
produced it. All these guys produced it. Quay Walker and Devontae Wyatt, they're going to eat this season. They're going to eat.
I think this new defensive approach fits them very well. We've yet to see it, though. We've yet to see it.
Because Campanile and the new defensive line coach ain't playing no games. Ain't playing no games. I think Campanile
No,
is going to unlock Quay Walker. And I think the D line coach is going to unlock Devontae Wyatt. Even though Devontae Wyatt was the best, top 10 at D tackle and pressure rate, it's a lot of times that he gets to the backfield but don't wrap up and tackle. He just let the guy go right by him. So I think this 4-3 is going to let Devontae Wyatt play out his mind. All he had to do is wrap up and tackle. That's it.
that's right. You know he can get to the quarterback.
And the
He has the type of moves.
Bears just made it easier for him to hawk down Caleb Williams. So it'd be different with Justin Field, but Caleb Williams really don't run out the pocket as much. His
Okay.
first thought is the pocket presence, and guess what? And guess what this defense is made for?
Collapsing the pocket.
Collapsing the pocket, being in the pocket. Like we are made to stop Brady. We are made to stop a Drew Brees,
A Goff.
a Golf, uh, a older Aaron Rodgers. So we are a team to stop the present, the pocket passes. Now we are not really good at stopping Lamar Jackson's, Kyle Murray's. Uh, maybe we can stop Josh. We can stop Josh. No, I don't know. We can stop Josh Allen,
Yeah,
but we
but
probably can
but
stop Josh. We can stop Josh Allen now. He don't
Yeah,
have the weapons that he used to have.
yeah. Look at our new linebackers.
Yeah.
What do
Yeah. Cooper and Quay and Hope. Yeah. We got the speed now.
you bet we do?
I think the defense. I think Halfley knows that you have to stop the run and pass.
You bet you do.
Joe Barry's all about stopping the pass and said forget about the run. Halfley wants to stop both. Halfley wants to lead the league in effort and turnovers.
There you go.
So Joe Barry didn't want to do that. Joe Barry just kept everything umbrella. Have you noticed that the whole defense was throwing shade at Joe Barry?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious that they're much happier with the system they have in place now. They're all talking about it, right?
Hey yo, Minto, what's
Is
happening?
is Milto here too?
Man,
Awesome.
hey Minto, why you don't be on the gamer channel? Hard point of view. I haven't
Yeah,
Minto in months.
yeah. I mean, talking about Higher Point of View's channel, obviously I don't play video games, but I really enjoy watching those games. It scratches the football itch. It fills that hole in my soul that I have for no football this time of year.
Yeah. So what I was saying?
Oh, you were talking about Joe Barry and the shade the players are throwing at
Oh yeah,
Barry.
that too. But I haven't heard from Christian Smith. Not yet. So he haven't thrown no shade. He said he liked Joe Barry. Gary said he liked Joe Barry.
I mean, sure, they can like the man. There's nothing
They have.
wrong with
I
that.
haven't seen them trash Joe Barry yet though.
And to be honest, I don't think I've heard anyone really trash Joe Barry. They just said the players like this new scheme better. That's
The
all
only
they're saying.
trash Joe Barry is Campbell.
Well, yeah, Campbell was kind of, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he had one good year with us, had injuries, and yeah, I don't know.
What's up, Dark Gable?
Dark Gable's here too. Good evening, guys.
So the thing is that what I'm trying to get at is that Halfley is the Matt LaFleur of the defense. So what I want Matt and Halfley, and they look like each other almost too. But have you noticed that Matt LaFleur gets players that look like each other?
Say that again, Taylor.
Huh?
Say that again. I
I,
didn't catch that.
I said, have you noticed that Matt LaFleur gets players that look like each other, kind of, and that play almost the same as each other?
I don't know. I would say that,
Like,
but
let's see, like,
I think if you're talking about players who play like each other,
yeah,
I mean, I think that
like the same similar style.
yeah, and I think that makes sense if you have a system in place and you're trying to stack the position groups that you're going to have a set of attributes of those players that you're targeting. So I think it makes sense that a lot of the players have similar attributes.
You
But also like with the receiver groups, they also complement each other very well. Like you have position receivers, you have receivers with burning speed, you have receivers who are great route runners. You have so you can cover all levels of the field as you attack the defense.
what I have noticed is that Goot and Matt and Halfley likes guys that's interchangeable. I noticed that we are a very versatile team. We got guys can do the same thing you do. We got guys that can play the mic, like Cooper. Cooper can play the mic, a pinch of the mic. Cooper can play Sam. Cooper can play weak. Quake can play Mike. Quay can play Sam in a week. Hooper can play Mike, Sam in a week. Double A gap, the B gap. Um, Devontae Wyatt can play the 5 tech, the 4 tech, the 3 tech, the 2 tech, the 1 tech. Kenny can play that. Kenny can play. I don't think Kenny. Well, I haven't seen Kenny play outside the tackle yet, but I've seen Wooden play it. I've seen Carl Brooks in the pinch play. So we got guys that can play multiple positions.
Yeah. I mean, versatility on defense is certainly true. So Dark Gable says we got a gang of LB Sure lookalikes. So is that Watson? I apologize. I don't know who LB Short is. It sounds funny to me though.
He said, Dark Gable said, I'm crazy about Jaden Reed too. Dark Gable.
Well, yeah, we love Reed, man.
I don't want to use Reed as a Debo like all the way, because Debo is getting beat up and old, but I want to use Jaden Reed as a Debo. You know how the San Francisco run their offense? Take a sneak peek of their offense. Do some of their offense. Like, put him in the back, put Jaden Reed in the backfield. You can put Keyshawn Nixon in the backfield. So you have guys you put in the backfield.
Yeah, that's true. But do you want to see those guys run power type runs?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know if they have the body type to run those type of plays, and I worry about them, wearing down doing that.
Maybe the blocking got to be better.
Well, that'll help for sure. But I see, you see Reed on those I can't say it, misdirections. And then we have a whole plethora of guys who can get around the edge on jet sweeps and things like that.
Yeah,
so if you look at it this way, we have a toolbox of lots of different ways to attack the defense.
That's what I'm saying. We need to do more like power. We gotta do more power. We gotta get Jordan Love to move around with his legs. You gotta fight for the XGR. You can't just go down and be like, okay, I can trust my O line. Okay, you can do with your O line, but you don't want to be predictable. Like how Matt LaFleur was predictable. Some games he run the same stuff that don't work. I want him to be to look at Kyle Shanahan a little bit, like he did. How he ran the when he had the two running backs. The running back, and then Musgrave went on a fake screen down the middle.
Yep.
Scored that game. He got that from Kyle Shanahan. Got that from the '90s, the West Coast.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So we need to run some West Coast play. I don't mind having a fullback and AJ Dillon 3-point stands. Go back to the old days, and maybe it will work. Because everybody, that's what Kyle Shanahan do. Kyle Shanahan go back from way before his time and try new things.
Well,
that practice.
Yeah, it certainly helps that his dad was an offensive mastermind in the 90s and learned lots of tricks,
Bill Walsh was outstanding,
Yeah. Shanahan learned from Walsh, yeah.
Had some Vince Lombardi plays, like, our red zone was still bad last year. We need to fix that. We need to run like plays like, don't be sending Watson on reverses. I mean, God forbid. I like Watson, but let Watson take the top off the defense. Because Watson, unless his hamstring is ready to go, but when Watson runs, he's stiff. He's not loose.
Yeah, he is wound tight. Do you think that's getting better with his? Do you think he'll be better with the stiffness this year?
I need him to be loose like Reed. Reed is loose. Both loose. Loose. They cut the corner without being stiff. They cut the corner so loosely. They can bend.
Yeah.
I need Watson to be loose. I need Watson to be aggressive at the catch point. Man, if you can give me DeAndre Hopkins vibes with speed, or you can give me Randy Moss vibes or Calvin Johnson vibes with speed, with your speed, you can outbeat Justin Jefferson. You can be the best receiver in the league.
You can be up there.
You can be there. You can beat our T. Higgins that Green Bay wanted.
Yeah.
You know?
And don't forget about Wicks too.
I'm not, I want to keep Wicks in the undervalue, you know? I don't want Wicks.
Yeah, we want him under the radar. A silent assassin.
Assassin. Oh Milton, I want him to
Yeah.
be an assassin. They
Yeah.
only think about Romeo Dobbs, Watson, and Reed. Okay, let them think about that. Let them think that. Wicks is your Adams. Wicks can be the number one.
Yeah.
You can
I
put
think
Wicks,
so.
you can put Wicks, you can put Wicks and Dobbs outside. Reed in the slot. Watson in the slot. You can put Watson in the backfield. Reed in the backfield. Bo Milton in
We
the back. Look,
we got we
look,
got so many guys,
look.
dude.
People don't look. Just listen. Just listen. And then you still have Malik Heath and Grady. Look, and then you got Hicks, Jalen Hicks, the UDFA. Look, just listen. We're deep.
Very deep.
If Dobbs
And
will be healthy, I mean Dobbs gonna be healthy. But if this receiving core can progress and no regression, we're the team to beat.
because there's no weakness there.
It's no weakness in our game. Everybody saying Goop. Everybody be mad at Goop. Just like Claypool and Darren Waller. Everybody wanted them to. Look what they're doing. Darren Waller talking about he rapping, he going crazy. And
You
Clay
know?
it takes Claypool maybe he can regenerate his career with Josh Allen. Maybe. That's
Maybe.
I low key think if Chase Claypool would came to the Packers, he was good. I would have seen that.
I don't know. We'll never know.
When you come from Pittsburgh, not getting the ball, losing. When you come from Pittsburgh losing and not really back into the playoffs, how would you feel? Then when you come
Well,
Packers, look at Josh Jacobs. Look at man, you ain't never seen that man frown out one time. That man been nothing but happy.
he's happy to be a Packer.
This,
Absolutely.
this team been happy ever since the second ever since the second of the season of last year.
Yeah, it's been good vibes, man.
Even look, everybody loves Jordan Love. Everybody wants to play for Love. Everybody. Everybody wants to play for Love.
Because he's a leader, and he's a good dude, and he's a baller, man.
And he praises God.
That's right.
I don't know what Aaron Rodgers praises. Because he never tells us. He praises many things probably.
He praises the ayahuasca, the
The Dark Man.
the universe, yeah, he's an interesting guy, and I still like Rogers.
I want to know
He's
what
a,
he believes in.
what's that?
I said I want to know what he believes in.
Well, he's talked a lot about, he does believe in God, and he grew up in a very religious household. And if you read between the lines, it seems like Rogers um, kind of uh, tired of the strict rules and restrictions or the approach that his religious family took, and didn't give him any room to learn and explore what he thinks and feels. But I think he believes in God, and I don't. He has never talked about being directly Christian or anything at this time. But he is a spiritual guy. I mean,
I just
there
think
are.
I just think that I just need Jordan Love to be Jordan Love. I
That's
wish
right.
Jordan Love had the quickness as Aaron Rodgers. But you think he can get the quickness as Aaron Rodgers? You think so? I think so.
You mean with his release?
His release, yes.
I don't. Dude. I think Aaron Rodgers had one of the quickest releases in NFL history.
But how
I just,
but how he
I,
get it though? That's the thing.
dude, I just think Love's natural winding and throwing the football is just a little longer. He's a different body type than Aaron Rodgers
I
is, period.
I think Jordan Love got a longer wingspan,
He
taller.
does, yes.
But I think is that he needs to learn. Like what I'll do. I would look at Aaron Rodgers as when he was in high school or whatever exercise he did, whatever he done to get quick release, I will do it.
Yeah. I think to answer your question, I think Love can get better, but will he ever get to Rodgers in his prime? I don't think so, just because he's a different body type.
I would ask Rodgers how he get that.
Uh,
He probably probably
some
do,
things are just God given, Some things are just God given.
but also you have to work for it.
That is true. You need both.
Brett Favre was quick release.
I'm trying to remember.
Brett wasn't slow.
No, he had a gun, but he certainly wound up more than Rodgers did. You know.
He was fast. That boy
Yeah,
fast. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. It was the same as X Rodgers. Yeah,
Mm,
throwing it between two hands. The reason why when Rodgers on the team, and I thought going to the Super Bowl, the second half of the season, is because I talked myself into how the corner's going to stick how the corner's going to stick Rodgers, how the corner going to stick the receivers if Rodgers throw it fast and tell the receiver and let the receiver know the timing of the throw. How the corner's going to stop that?
yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
yeah.
Because Aaron Rodgers throw too quick, so the corner ain't gonna have enough time to turn around. The receiver's gonna catch the ball and take off.
Yeah, especially on those bubble screens.
But
I
I
mean, that's where you see it the most.
but I noticed that is um Reed Metaphor needs to really dig deep and watch more of their college and see how they've been used. Because Watson can give many things to open up the playbook. When I watch Watson, Christian Watson can line up in the backfield, can line in the slot, can line it outside. Reed can line in the slot, outside, and backfield. Wicks, slot, outside. Uh, Bo Milton, backfield, gadget player, slot, outside. Um, Dobbs, slot, outside. So Musgrave can play receiver, outside, slot, and tight end. And you can use him as the little play that we did in the preseason with Musgrave when he ran the handoff.
Okay, I don't remember that, but
Yeah, when he ran the jet sweep.
Musgrave did, huh?
Yeah,
Huh. I
they li-
don't remember that. Yeah, don't
they
remember.
I think they lined him out in the slot, and he just motioned, and they handed the ball off to him. And he took off.
Yeah.
I remember that. You can use Tucker Craft blocking, send him on a use him how we did the Guerra. Send him on tight end screens. Remember the tight end screen we did in Commanders?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The shovel with the Aaron Jones and the 49ers game. How we used the Guerra, Detroit game, we used the Guerra and when Jordan Love threw a little shovel tight end play.
Yeah. And Dark Gable just said our tight ends are really nice too. Yeah. I mean, talk about an area of weakness last year that's now an area of strength. Versatile tight ends who are only going to get better blocking. So I'm really happy with everything we got going right now.
If I was Stanovich, I would take time, or it's almost 50 minutes, but I would take time out of my day, go back, rewatch college game and college play, and implement it in my offense. This is a young offense, Johnny.
Yeah.
This is a young offense, so this is basically a college team. A lot of NFL team is using the old West Coast book in college. We need to go back and look at our colleges. Look at how Georgia Bulldog used Browers. Browers from Georgia was their number one receiver and number one tight end. So Musgrave moving. That's how I would do it. Use Wicks.
Yeah.
That's how I do it. I scheme. I scheme some things.
Yeah, you make a good point. I mean, you can take a little influence from the college game and inject it into what you got going in the pro game. I think there's a little influence back and forth that way. And you make a good point. If these guys are all really young, um, they're open to a lot more possibilities. So,
Last thing before we go, all I gotta say, if special teams is right, if the defense be at least top 15, top 10, in all courses across the board, this is a Super Bowl team. And if all three levels play consistently and be more consistent instead of being inconsistent, that's what happened last year. Inconsistency. If we can be consistency, I'm telling you, nobody in the NFC will be able to see this team. Because you have guys who can play QB5. You got guys who can rush the passer. You got guys can do a whole lot of things. If they can tackle, do their assignments, and consistency. Three-letter words. All three levels. You can't be consistent on offense and been inconsistent on defense. You can't be consistent on defense and non consistent on offense. You can't be special teams can't be like one day, one game, special teams playing elite level, and the next game, special teams playing trash. You got to
that's
play
right.
elite level for how many minutes? All four quarters, every game. If you just give me 110 effort, if we lose and it's a close game, and you give us 110% of effort, I would take that. I would take that as a man and congratulate. But if I see us be in a position and can't make a fucking tackle, or drop the interception, or don't do your assignment, or bad connection, I would not tolerate that this season.
That's a really good point to end on, Taylor. What we're talking about is complementary football, and
Exactly.
we're talking about the effort And if you just flat out get beat on a game, there's no shame in that. You be a man. But you can't look at yourself in the mirror if you say, if you have to say, I didn't give 110% effort. No excuses there.
If
So,
you lose a close game while you were playing soft, I'm not respecting that. But if
that's
you
right.
play fast and fast and less stress, and you fly to the football and everything, we lose because I'll be damned if we lose a game because Carlson can't make a kick.
Yes.
If that ever happened next year, if that happened against the Philadelphia Eagles, kick that nigga, kick him to the curb, ASAP.
He's on a short leash,
He's
my
on
man.
the ASAP. Find a veteran. Find a veteran.
And we have one in camp. Let's see how this battle goes. Competition, baby.
Carl Anderson, but last year, Carl Anderson was really good in the off his rookie year, but he was doing really good the first 5 games.
Yeah. Yep.
The season, it started being a flip flop. Like the first half of the season, the defense was playing elite, not elite, but defense was playing decent, and offense was playing I don't know what. Second half of the season, defense played good some games, and offense is consistent. The whole offense was playing, but if we get the defense play consistent, the offense play consistent, especially play consistent, even calling the plays consistent. Nobody messing with us. Nobody messing
That's
with us.
right. That's right, buddy.
All right, but I'm gonna let you go though.
All right.
I hope High Point of View goes stream today.
Yeah, if it does, maybe I'll see you over there as I fall asleep tonight. So anyway, we will talk real soon. Thanks everyone for tuning in, man. We appreciate the conversations and love doing these. So we will talk soon, buddy.
Hold on, Dark Cable. Just sweep around. Lamar Jackson is the fastest with the ball. This D already aggressive. Be a man, not a robot. Dude from Minnesota.
Yep.
Yeah. Dark Cable. Yeah. Be a man, not a robot. Right. Be a man. I rather us get beat over the top than play 20 yards off the ball.
There you go.
If we get beat and like Keyshawn Nixon, I watch Keyshawn Nixon too. Keyshawn Nixon is better when he's playing when he gets to jam the receiver and play man. CV, he's really good at jamming the man and playing jamming. Jair is good at jamming, but the thing is that this is what I would do, Tr. Before I let you go, I would do this.
Okay.
Put CV like I told you in text messages. Put CVs. Thank you, Milto. Thank you. Hit the likes, man. Thank you. Y'all hit
Thanks,
the like,
Milto.
subscribe. Hit it. It's free. Free as hell. But CV can play with the bigger guys. Stokes can play with the speed guys. And let Jair play with the short guys. Stokes
Mix and match. Mix and match,
let,
baby.
let Nixon play with the short guys. Match them. Don't have Jair playing against DK. Even though I know he can do it, but come on, don't make it hard for him. I know he wants the challenge, but it's called play smart, not play hard. If CV can challenge him, Stokes can challenge. Play with the size. Jair can play the small guy. Knicks can play the small guy. Let CV play against the bigger guys and taller guys. Scheme them. All right, that's it. And scheme the defense.
Yeah. We will see. I'm excited.
All right, TR. Thanks.
All right, guys. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you later.
All right.